Of course, another elegant classic and one of the most popular plants here in the pavilion each year is the stunningly beautiful lupin. We found out what it takes to prepare these supermodels for their star turn at Chelsea from one dedicated grower in the West Country.
Lupin is such a statement plant, it really has impact. I just love the colours, the scent is lovely and they're fun to grow. My name's Sarah Conibear, Westcountry Nurseries in North Devon. We specialise in lupins and we have the National Collection of Lupins here, which I've bred and grown for about 20 years. I started just with a few seeds. We've bred our own varieties and grown fields of them to get good selections. And now we're at this point where we have our National Collection of Lupins and we're exhibiting at Chelsea. We grow about 2,000 display plants for Chelsea. Out of that I'd need a good 150 to do a decent display. Along with many other nurseries, I imagine, it's been a really challenging, cold, wet season. We have had to keep the lupins tucked up in bed at night, doors closed, pushing them on, and I just hope that they will flower in time. As long as you don't live on chalk or limey soil, lupin should grow quite happily for you. It's not a difficult plant, and obviously it's a lovely cottage garden traditional plant as well. It'll give huge impact to your border in May, June time, and there's a huge range of colours, of course, yellows, purples, oranges and reds. Lupins like an open sunny site, ideally, but if you try them on a north-facing wall, you'll just find they flower a bit later. Obviously they like a little bit of moisture, but they're not a plant that needs a lot of fertiliser because they make their own nitrogen from nitrogen-fixing nodules on their roots. Lupins are really hardy plants and they're really not that difficult to grow, but of course when the new foliage is just coming up, the slugs and snails might be sharpening their knives and forks, so you just have to watch out for that. Lupins don't come true from seed, lots of people do realise that. So if you want lots of new varieties, obviously sow lots of seed, but if you want the same plant again, you just need to divide it, and ideally you would do that in the spring or the autumn. To get a replica of the same plant I have already, I'm looking for one that's got lots of foliage and lots of new shoots coming up, and I think this one might just do the job. So this is the plant I've selected, and we'll have a look at the root system, which looks pretty good. What I'm doing is cutting the lupin in two to get two identical lupins. Which can take some doing. There we go. That's the crown. I'm just potting up this new divided lupin to grow it on and get it well rooted, and then that can go straight into your garden in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. So this is Magic Lantern. It's a really lovely purple and just adds a little bit extra colour to your garden. I've been worried that it's been so cold, but now it's actually warmed up a lot, so I'm going to give them a little bit extra water, as they are really thirsty plants. So I need to think about which plants I'm going to take to Chelsea. I think this one is absolutely perfect now, but it's probably going to have gone over for Chelsea, and the blooms will have faded. Now this one, on the other hand, is absolutely perfect. It's got 7 flower spikes and they're all beautifully triangulated with perfect tips on every one. So I reckon that one may well go to the show. I really hope when people see the lupins and the display en masse that they'll just fall in love with them all over again. There's lots and lots of colours there for them to enjoy, and there really is a lupin for everyone. To date we've done 13 Chelseas, and it's taken me that many times to get 3 gold medals. So we've had a couple of years off. It's been tricky seasons for the last few years actually, very difficult to get the lupins to flower in time. But we're giving it another go this year, and I'm really hoping it'll be our year for that number 4.
So Sarah, congratulations, lupins in flower. Have you had the medal results yet?
We got a silver gilt, which I'm very pleased about.
Good, good.
Having had a couple of years off and being very, very nervous.
Absolutely. And the spring that we've had, has that affected the lupins at all?
Oh, dreadful spring. It's been cold and wet and really not good for lupins at all. But we had a couple of weeks of sunshine and they all shot up. And we've actually got some lovely colours that we don't normally exhibit here.
Really? Which are the new colours you have?
Well, the Polar Princess down the end, I don't think I've ever exhibited that. And Rachel de Tame is notoriously tardy.
Lovely.
And she's out, which is lovely.
And what's it like to be back after a break?
It's lovely to be back, yes. It's, you know, home really. We've done 14 now, 14 Chelseas, so I should be well practised, but I'm still nervous.
And in terms of when you're breeding lupins, is there a holy grail in terms of colour and things?
I think we've got a pretty good colour range now. I would like to get a really true blue, but other than that, you never know what will come up. Perhaps a black, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be amazing. And because they're a legume, aren't they? So the same family as sweet peas and things, and with all the very dark coloured sweet peas now, maybe that would be something that could be achieved. Because you're the national collection holder and you have been since 2004. So how big is your collection now?
You know, it's quite big.
Do you know how many different varieties you have?
I think we have about 18 with a few more in the pipeline.
Wow, that's amazing. Maybe for unveiling next year.
Yes.
Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.